All right. What's going on, everyone? My name is Tom from Dreadlabs, and welcome to this live stream. It is 2:15 p.m. here in the Netherlands, January 14th, 2022. The second week already of a new year, maybe even the third, I'm not really sure. Anyways, we are 14 days into the new year, and I want to celebrate a special campaign revolving around Dreadlabs with a live stream, which is why I'm here today. When I'm just going to work, in a few minutes, you will see these pop-ups come up every now and then. But yeah, I want to take the first little moment to, talk about what this project is going to be about. In the past 6 months, as some of you know, I have this part-time thing where I am a teacher at Finalizing Academy of Creative Industries, or Finalizing Academy of Creative Economy, sorry, they recently changed names. Anyways, what I teach there is basically what I teach you guys on YouTube. So mainly creative software related stuff. And the cool part is that when I'm able to teach there, I'm also able to connect with students. It's a minor program. So if you're doing your bachelor's, you are able to do this 6-month course. The course is called Transmedia Design for Creative Industries. And in this minor, students will take on have to make a transmedia storytelling campaign. And besides being a teacher there, I was also a client. And a couple of students were able to do a very cool campaign for me. So let me explain a little bit about what transmedia is. So transmedia is transmedia storytelling is basically a campaign where they take a story and they split up that part of the story, and only when you grab all of these different kinds of parts of the story through different platforms, so maybe not even on different social media platforms, but also on different websites, but also in the physical space, then only you will be able to get the full part of the story. Super interesting concept, very cool stuff, and it especially works well on really super creative kinds of clients in the creative industry, which is also why I offered to be a client with Dreadlabs. So what these guys came up with was a comic book. As some of you might know, we actually did a world building exercise a little bit over a year ago. For the people that don't know, we basically created a fictional world in the Dreadlabs universe. Sorry, my throat is a little bit raspy here. Anyways, we created this fictional world, and sorry about that, guys. We created a fictional world where the planet Contra is. It's a wasteland. It's a very futuristic part. So if you want to check out this live stream after this live stream, basically all that we do in this live stream is create the world. We think about what's the planet called, how do the people living on this planet, what do they do for a living, what happens on this planet, basically establishing a whole story world. And these students basically came up with a story in this story world, and they made a whole comic book about it. And through this comic book, you would be able to follow the story of Frank, which is a character in the world, and also to basically you follow this character Frank around, and it will take you from part A to part B. And the initial idea was these comic books would be spread around the premises of the school. And the reason for this is the goal of the campaign of them was to have Dreadlabs engage more with Dutch students, and mainly Dutch creative students. So where I did this minor program, there were comic books laying all around. There were different kinds of posters around the building and perimeters. And they also made a fake newspaper, and all of these would contain a QR code which would lead to the Dreadlabs platform, and to have them being engaged with us. And the ultimate ending of the campaign was this live stream. And you're probably now wondering if this is focused on Dutch students, why you're talking in English and why you're in YouTube. And the reason for that is the latest COVID measurements, of course. The Netherlands went into lockdown somewhere in December. And that was really unfortunate because this basically meant that all of the hard work that these students did kind of, well, vanished. It went up into flames because there was now no physical space to place the comic book. So the reason why I wanted to do this live stream was to give to still like have something to host, because this live stream would initially be a part digital, part live event where people would come in and make their own sticker and have it printed. So sadly that's not possible now. But yeah, let's just jump into the alternative, I guess. Before we start off, I just wanted to give you guys a quick show of what the comic book looks like. Just 1 second. So, this is what the comic book looks like. It's called Dreadlabs Frank's Odyssey. And this is completely designed and written by the students. So I'll just give you a couple of pages. So if you are interested in what the Dreadlabs story world is, and if you want to read the comic book, you can actually do so through the link in the description. There's a link on my website that says like Dreadlabs story world. You can find more about the planet Contra. You can find more about the comic book, and you can read it. And you can also learn about the campaign and what they did. So with all of that being said, this basically establishes something that I wanted to do for a long time, and that is use a fictional story world of Dreadlabs to further boost your guys' creative career. Have you guys involved in the story world as well, and use it as a tool to create super cool stuff, because that's what it's mainly about. And you might also seen a couple of my works revolving around this world already, because in some of the Creatober posts from last Creatober, and also the clothing that I'm making in my Starting a Clothing Brand series is also revolving by the same story world. So that's a cool thing about the story world, that you can use that as like this whole overarching thing where you can just hook that up to different creative practices and do anything that you like, really. So yeah. Anyways, with all of that being said, if you want to read the comic book, the link will be in the description. And with all of that being said, let's get started. So I'm going to talk a little bit about what we're going to do today. The first thing that we're going to do is actually make a sticker. And this sticker will be revolving around the story world of Dreadlabs, of course, like I said. And the sticker will be a Join the Resistance sticker. And yeah, again, I'm not going to talk about what the sticker will be well, I'm going to design it, but if you want to learn more about the content of the sticker, I suggest read the comic book afterwards, but we can talk about it during the live stream, of course. And with all of that being said, let's just check out the chat real quick. What's up, Outdated? Louis, Sebastian, Snorri Mori, Las, Viraj, Patrick. How are you guys doing? Hello from Russia, hello from the Philippines. Pretty close to pretty 50k, yeah. Super exciting stuff. So yeah, with all of that being said, I just want to start out in Illustrator to grab the base of the sticker. So what the sticker is going to be is basically a round sticker that will be, pasted everywhere in the citadels of Contra, in the fake cities in the story world of Dreadlabs. And basically these would let through a campaign, because there's a resistance going against the government in this story world. So basically we're going to kind of like make this campaign sticker for the main characters of the comic book series. Hello from Belgium. What's up, Sebastian? Jamie, how you guys doing? What's up, Jordan, Archfiend, Taha? I want to pronounce all of your names, sorry if I missed a few. Anyways, so I grabbed this folder and I'm just going to put it off screen here. Are you guys able to see my full screen? I don't think so, right? It's a little bit hard to do that with the whole size thing, because I have to drag it out now. So now you can see my full screen almost. So let's keep it at that. Alright, so now I'm just going to grab a couple of files. Let's see, live stream. Anyways, what I want to know from you guys is how was your week? How's 2022 been treating you so far? Has it furthered your career? maybe some ups and some downs. Let's talk about it. So yeah, talk about how is the 2022 been going for you. Let's see, live event wire. That's what we had. So something that's really cool is I already used this. What's it called? I also already had a QR code made. Wow, my windows are really like acting up weird. I think this is fine, right? But yeah, anyways, like I was saying, this QR code actually already leads to the story world. To something in the story world at least. So let's just grab this and just make this color mode RGB because I prefer to work in that. And let's paste it in. Alright. So we have the QR code here and the circle. I'm just going to use the circle as the base, you know, like everything within the circle will be visible and everything outside of it will be invisible, of course. Alright. So COVID, great so far, currently going to my internship, nice. COVID, ooh, 2 guys with COVID, ouch, hope you get better. Just done my diploma, starting a graphics job next week, nice, exciting stuff. Good games coming, ooh, definitely. I'm also like pretty excited for some games in the coming year. So 2 that I've been looking out for are the new Pokemon games. I'm hoping that's gonna be good, I'm not sure. And well, the other one is basically what's it called? Tiny Tina's Wonderlands, if you know what I mean with that. It's I think the latest Borderlands game. Alright, so we have the QR code with the border. And I'm not sure what I want to do with this yet, but I kind of want to do some like join the resistance, you know, like old Russian propaganda kind of like poster, you know, like I'm not sure yet. I'm just googling I'm literally looking for Russian propaganda, join the resistance kind of stuff, you know. I really like those Soviet posters and join the army posters basically of the first 2 world wars, you know. So I kind of want to draw some inspiration out from that, but I want to keep it futuristic because the story world takes place in the future. I know there's probably a better way to promote stuff than with a QR code, but I like to think like in this story world, we actually, you know, instead of just having, because it's like the future, it's like such an outdated way to use QR codes, and that's why I think it's like kind of cool in that way, I guess, right? You know, they use primitive form of communication, they use QR codes, oh no. Alright, so we'll type out join the resistance. For the people that haven't watched my live streams before, I kind of like go with it, and sometimes I like I forget to like explain my steps a little bit, like I'm doing so far. If you have a question about what I'm doing, just leave them in the chat, and I'll try to explain it real quick. Don't worry about like slowing the process down. This is all for you, of course, to enjoy and you know, to learn from, I guess. So, join the resistance, looking kind of cool. So we also have some frames. It's from the comic book actually, and I'm gonna drop those in. And as you can probably already see in this, you kind of saw some teaser about some upcoming Dreadlabs products. Anyways, this is one of the frames from the comic book. Cool thing about this comic book actually is that you can, it's been done entirely in like, what's it called? Meta-humans. So these are meta-humans, and they have been done with a comic book filter. And that comic book filter is probably going to get released this year in the Dreadlabs web store at some point. Because I've been listening to you guys, and what I've been seeing is that you guys love the Photoshop action packs. One thing, it's a little bit hard to see, yeah, it's a bit hard to cut them out here. So maybe I kind of want to go with the middle guy here. So I'm going to select him. With the selection tool in Photoshop. I'm going to cut him out. For the people that don't know, this guy's name's William, if I'm correct. It's gonna be pretty awful if I don't remember my own comic book incorrectly. Cool technique here. This is what I'm gonna just fix the mask here. And there is going to be a video release this month mastering Photoshop masks. Anyways, I'm just gonna go into the mask view here and I'm going to filter, blur, Gaussian blur to soften up the mask here. And then I'm pressing Control or Command L on my keyboard to bring up the levels adjustment. And then to modify the mask here a little bit. And actually I'm going to do that in this way. Alright. There's going to be a lot of dark parts here, but I want to see what it looks like when I'm thresholding this. This is kind of what I'm looking for. Can you share a link in chat? I think you can, right? Oh, people from Czech Republic. How are you doing, guys? Hey, Campudor. Oh, you don't worry, you missed the live stream. It was a casual one, and we're gonna do more podcasts in the future. Anyways, I'm super glad that you're all here. It's been a while, right? I think the last actual design live stream I did was in August or something. And I want to, in the coming year, I want to do more. I definitely want to do more. Maybe if we do a stroke around it. Oh, this could be kind of cool. Kind of looks like, gets that look, right? So if I just merge them. And I'm just going to copy this and paste it into Illustrator. And you probably know this function already, but the image trace function is really nice to cut out images like these. So I'm not gonna ignore white for this because I actually want to keep them in just in case I want to recolor everything. But if we lower the noise and up the paths, yeah, you get a little bit more grungy detail, and it's kind of still it looks like it's stamped or something, right? Love watching design streams while editing. Yeah, I guess so, right? It's I usually when I work or something, I listen to podcasts or videos from the future because I want to do more entrepreneurial stuff in this year as well. But yeah, definitely watching someone else work or someone else teach you something. It's one of the best ways to spend your day when you're doing something else, Alright, actually it's kind of cool that we have the QR code where it's let's see, I think the stroke color is just not black enough. Because it was done in CMYK maybe. So I'm just gonna go and select one of these. And the shortcut that I just used was select same fill color. So basically I now have all the black squares of the QR code selected. Ooh. We don't want to give those a stroke, of course, but just making sure that they're the right amount of black. And actually, guys, I want to test out something. What happens if you guys scan this QR code with your phone? Does it actually work? I hope it works. It should be working. Lenin would not approve of NFTs. That's actually a pretty cool thing to put on a t-shirt, I think. Anyways, yeah. So, oh, hi from Turkey. Do you have trouble finding clients who work for your specific style of designing? It has been a little bit difficult from time to time, but once you actually build up some following, it wasn't that hard. And I think that's because I already had a couple of clients and people that I worked with or knew in the music industry. But I'm giving this tip to everyone now. If you want to have for example, clients in the music industry, go be a part of the community. And that may sound a little bit weird, but what I mean by that is if there aren't any event, yeah, well, maybe this is a bad example with COVID, but if there aren't any event flyers for you to design, make an event and do the design yourself and see if you can connect with other people organizing events, and maybe they want your designs as well. Or if you want to do album covers, maybe it's a little bit of a stretch to start making music, but that's actually how I started designing. The QR code is working, nice. So basically super high is doing an experiment to quote their website, an experiment to see if giving creative people a financial buffer accelerates their career. I would recommend the creators to apply. Yeah, you should be able to post links in the chat, right? I'm not sure. If Outdated is here, my moderator, he can vouch for that. But when will you have Dreadlabs team Rave in the Netherlands? We would love to one and dance with a bucket hat. Actually, me and a good friend of mine who started to join me work on Dreadlabs, kind of like on down low. We are talking about hosting a rave. You know, it's been hard due to COVID and stuff, but it's definitely like something that we are planning on doing. Also, I don't know if you guys have seen this, but this is one of my favorite fonts at the moment. It's called Bastler. I think I found this on Velveteen. So if you don't know Velveteen, that's literally like a free font website which has the best fonts. Can you give my art a shout out? Yeah, we need to do a feedback or promo like session in the future. What do you think, guys? That way we can just like you guys can just show me what you make, and then you know, we can talk about it. All right, so yeah, this is probably it's RGB. Okay. Actually going to put this to the front and then remove the fill color of the white so that it's like covered here as well. I kind of like where this is going, but we would probably need to have like some cool background or something. So I'm not really sure if we should keep it at like the 2-color thing. The font is called Bastler. I hope I pronounced it correctly. It's probably like French because the type website is French, but I'm not sure. All right. I'm actually going to remove this spot here. So with the direct selection tool, I'm gonna actually delete the points here and then close them off, because then there's more like dark space around the QR code, so it highlights a little bit better. I would fly to Portugal. Ooh, that would be so cool. Yeah, sure. Keep it circle outline thin. Yeah, you guys prefer to be thin? Something like this. Gives a little bit more space, right? I guess so. So let's see, we need some text in here. So what I kind of want to do is I want to have like this long line of text just going around this perimeter. Not really sure what it should say, but just for the time being, I'm just going to make a circle and center it in the artboard and just scale it up so that it's, you know, I think something like this should be fine. Are fonts on Velveteen free for commercial use? Yeah, provided that you give credit, I think. So I'm just going to add some anchor points. And that way we can just delete the bottom ones here. All right. So now we have this line, the inner line to type something out about. And so a little bit of a backstory, but so in the story world there are these drugs called cloud tears, and these will be it's a byproduct of the gas that's going on the planet Contra. And basically in the comic book the characters find out that the cloud tears are actually being distributed as drugs by the government. So maybe we should do something like that. And I'm just gonna go and I'm just gonna select the text and see if we can just do. We'll just do the normal like Dreadlabs font, which is Nimbus Sans Accented Black, for people wondering. Also, guys, what's something that you want to learn this year? Wondering. The thing I want to learn probably is how to like properly run a brand and a creative studio. in all on its own. And that's definitely something that I've been like, you know, I'm planning to do to actually learn some stuff about that right now. Some people actually prefer the outline thicker. How much money have you spent on fonts? Really depends, because sometimes the clients just pay for it, of course. But so far, maybe, I don't know, a couple of €100, not too much, I think. Anyways, you're gonna type the government, not who you think it is. About tears aren't just for fun. Discover the truth and join us today. Oh, actually that kind of like lines up pretty well. Just gonna center it. And actually, this is one of my favorite fonts. It's called Briller, and it's a super extended typeface. You can just find it on Adobe Fonts if you have a Creative Cloud subscription. Actually, gonna make it smaller, because the more extended it is, of course, the more space it will take up. And it's kind of hard to read, actually. Let's see. I want to learn Blender this year. Learn more about synthesis and designing my own synth. That's so cool. If you are actually going to do that, keep in touch with me, because I would probably love to do a video on that, or at least talk to you about it. Let's see, probably how to do marketing about myself better, just the basic ones. Also, something that that's one of my goals is to make more music, and I got the perfect gift for that, actually. I know I'm just always trailing off on these live streams, but you know, that's just what we do here at Dreadlabs, I guess. Have creative fun. Anyways, I got this pocket operator. I don't know if you can see it properly. Which is basically like a super mini like computer, music computer where you can just sample stuff with. So it has been super fun. And you know, it's just like a low-key way to just be creative, you know. Anyways, maybe like use a different font for this. Or just on this one. I kind of like. I remember how much I hated serif typefaces, and now as of lately, you know, I've been kind of like getting into them more and more. Yeah, I think so, right? It's a knockout, yeah. Love from Northern Germany. Love back from the Netherlands, man. Is there a grain filter in Photoshop, or do you have to use noise and Gaussian blur to create? There's actually a filter in the filter gallery for grain, and also you can just manipulate the if you do a 50% gray layer and then add noise to it, you know. Eurorack module, that would be so cool to make that. I actually want to learn. I've been like kind of like playing around with Arduinos, and I want to make my own Arduino MIDI controller. But yeah, it's something that I haven't done it properly yet, because I'm kind of like new-ish to Arduino. I haven't done that too many things with them, just the basic stuff, and so my mind kind of needs refreshing. Aviano Flare. That works pretty nice, right? I think. Maybe if we now thin this layer a little bit, and then so also easy way to make multiple circles. Just go to path, offset path, and then just do this. I just have mine set to Command 5. I'm actually also wanting to do a video on what's it called? The I should probably use the clipping mouse for this. I want to do a video on wow, I cannot think of word. On my shortcuts in Illustrator and Photoshop. So if you guys are interested in that, let me know. Also, I'm just gonna go make this into a compound path. So, and just fill it like this. I think this looks a little bit better, right? Then, yeah, I think this works. Do you listen to Jerome Vandal? Yeah, sometimes. I really like the latest Boiler Room set he did in 2019. I had that on repeat for so long. Misty's Friday Lives. What's up, Swan? I really do miss them too. I just had an Arduino project for school, huh? What did you make? Yeah, I really need to do these more. I just want to also update like my live stream setup a little bit. You know, like I want to have to chat a little bit more, and I'm still like debating whether I should switch to Twitch or not. I think this is actually like quite fine. What's up, Julian? Yeah, it's actually kind of like that, you know. It's based around like the story world of Dreadlabs, and there's like a well, it's kind of like a conspiracy, but it's actually true. Let's see. Making Arduino MIDI controller is definitely awesome. Yeah. Yeah, I should probably also learn how to solder, because I don't really know how to do that. Do you still do graphics for Musical Freedom? No. I think the last project I did for Musical Freedom was, let's see. I think it was somewhere in the beginning of 2021, so around March-ish, I think, April. Oh no, it's not about COVID. This isn't about COVID. Circuit board LEDs. Ooh. No, that's actually fine, right? I think that's one of, well, it's a little about learning the basics then, I think, right? I used to do it with my for high school, what's my school called again? Communications Multimedia Design in the Netherlands. All right, so we need some kind of background here, and I'm kind of want to do like something, I don't know, digital, you know, like ooh, I might have a thing. So a few years ago I made this circuit board like shapes in Illustrator. Let's see if I can still find them. Glitched. I think it's under other circuit board, yeah. So it's just this, but I think it could be pretty cool. So we'll just copy this. I kind of like this. What about you guys? Maybe if I can place them inside each other, or maybe like this. And I'm just going to use a clipping mask for this. So I'm going to make them a little bit larger so they will cover more of the image. And actually going to make them invisible now because we still need a clipping mask shape. All right. And while we are doing this, I have another question for the people in the chat. And that is, what did you have on repeat this week? Was the podcast, a new album that you listened to? I don't know, some new artists that you discovered, or playlist maybe even. Let me know. For me, it was actually not a new album that I listened to, but it was Baby You Okay by San Holo, if you know that album. And the reason for that is because I got it on vinyl, because I am over Christmas holidays I finally got a vinyl player. So yeah, I've been listening to that a lot, which is really nice. Yeah, what did you guys have on repeat? Let me know in the chat. And I kind of like this, but now we need some way to make this more visible, I guess. And I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna make outlines out of them. Well, I'm gonna copy them first, so and then make the old one invisible. So we always have like something to go back on if this doesn't work out. I'm gonna create outlines, and I'm gonna go merge them. And then I'm going to make them into a compound path by pressing Ctrl or Command 8 on my keyboard. And now I can freely use a stroke around this and put the stroke weight to the outside. And because this is a compound path, the outline of the R will not be like overshadowed by the outline of the E. If that makes sense. So let's see. Shortcut for Illustrator, please. Yeah, sure, coming. Do you use Mac or Windows for 3D? Used to work on a MacBook, but now I use my Windows computer here. And that's just because I have a good graphics card. The Weeknd's album was on repeat, quite a vibe. I haven't listened to it yet, but I probably should. I know I always do this, you know, like even when Donda came out or something like that, you know, like these highly anticipated albums or like, and everyone has listened to them yet, and I'm just like lacking behind, and then, you know, completely forgetting to check it out. I like it better when it was like 5 points or 6. Anyways, let's see what everyone else has listened to. Mitski. I've never heard of Mitski. What kind of music was that? It sounds electronic. If you want to do an electronics project with soldering, I recommend checking out the CHA. Okay. Lars, can you actually send me a DM containing this? Because it's actually super interesting. I would really like to discover about it a little bit more. Listen to a lot of John Mayer, Nikki. Nikki is, I think she's from 88 Rising, right? Or is that a different Nikki? The Future, of course. And that, you know what I like about these live streams? When I am, you know, when I'm done, when I'm finished, I always go back into them and just scroll back to the chat where people talk about what they were listening to, and I just go and, you know, check it out. So I have like a little bit of a reference for myself music-wise. I actually like it when it goes like kind of like this, because it always also looks like it's like speedy, looks a little more dynamic, I guess, right? All right, so pretty cheap. Takes sport to arrive. Kalkbrenner. Ooh, Paul Kalkbrenner's nice. Let's see, some neon green background would be interesting. Yeah, I think it's time to start coloring this in, right? Because black and white's kind of boring. Alright, so the first thing I want to do is actually selecting the compound path here, and I'm just going to go paste that in. And I'm just going to go release the compound path and merge this. So basically that means that we now have the full circle of the background, as you guys can see. I don't know why I keep talking like this. Anyways, let's pick a color. And why? What? Okay, wait. So I just released the compound path and merged it. So now I have the circle. But what is? Okay, so I'm kind of spacing out there because why are the circuit boards like blending in? What? Okay, is it just me? No, right? Okay, that's weird. Let's find out what's going on here. Is it because of the clip group? Release. It's clearly behind, right? It's an Illustrator bug? Oh no. An annoying one at that. Wow. Straight up making something invisible. What? This actually looks pretty cool as well. So the opacity here is just at 100%. Wait, if you just put this to 50% and to 100, and if we paste it into another layer, what is going on? That's so weird. Okay, now it's fixed because I flattened this thing. Alright, I guess. That's weird. That was weird. And I think this was the clipping group, right? Yeah. Okay, we're back on track. Ooh, this is what I like, guys. People just talking to each other in the chat, you know, recommending each other music and stuff. I like that. I like that a lot. So, cool life hack if you want to recolor your projects. In the meantime, I'm just gonna place this behind our guy here. Go to select, same fill color. Where is it? Oh, here. Now you have all of the white colors selected, so now you can just easily go like this. And now we can just, you know, decide on a color. And what better color to start experimenting from than the original, the one and only Dreadlabs neon green. Yeah. Also, I think this was just like a different color of white then. Just making sure that it will be this. And now for the dark parts, we're going to do the same thing. So I'm just going to select one dark shape. And I have this shortcut of selecting the same color set to Command or Control 6 on my keyboard. So we're going to just type that one out as well. Bam. And also, not every single thing was the same color here. Oh, and these are the strokes, I guess? Or yeah, okay, and the other one was a stroke, so I'm just gonna go and outline the stroke and just make sure that the outline stroke also has the same color. Alright, so now we almost have everything. We can just remove this rectangle here. Alright, cool. Thank you, yeah, Watson. Glad I'm able to help you guys. Let's see what happens if we do the other, like, dark color for Dreadlabs, the dark gray. Oh, it's already loaded. I kind of like this, but I think we should just work with multiple colors. What do you guys think? So maybe if we select this one, you know, something like this, looks kind of cool. Tom, what tutorials do you prefer for brutalism art, if you know any? Define brutalism art, because let me just Google what that means. I can architecture. If you can like send me like an artist or you know, something like that. Maybe add some color to the highlights and shadows. You mean like different colors entirely? I think we should maybe go like with some more like propaganda kind of like background colors. Actually going to make some what are they called? Squares with the same color. So this one I'm going to make like this. This one, like that one. So a cool way to actually easily recolor your artworks is also just going to do like this. We now have selected all of the shapes that are purple. In this case, just two, but okay. You just go like this, and I don't know. We can make this like a dark red, maybe. A little bit darker, and then this one maybe like a beige, like yellowish kind of color. Not there yet. How about you invert it to colors green or orange? Oh, sorry, kind of went on there. Sorry. Actually, I don't know if you guys seen the artwork for DJ Snake Propaganda, but I actually really like that one. Oh, it's a little bit darker. Anyways, I really like the color scheme as well, so maybe I should go with that. So easy way to recolor, just select this square, Command 6 with the shortcut, and bam. Same goes for this one. And we can always just arrange it a little bit differently otherwise. And then we'll pick the red here. Yeah, and as you can see, they use a little bit more shade, so we probably should do that as well. And actually, now looking at it, can we still see the rotation angle? Yep. All right. So what I'm gonna do is in-your-face type fonts, bit of anti-design aggressive shapes. All right. Let's see. Do you know like a big guy on Instagram who does that? So I can just check it out real quick. So I'm gonna just make a line with a stroke, and I'm just gonna grab another color that kind of is close to that one. So maybe this one. Oh. And I'm just gonna go up the stroke, and the form will make it like this. So we have like a point, like a stripe thing. And I'm just gonna go duplicate it a couple of times. And make some longer, some shorter. Like this. You know, randomize them a little bit. And then just duplicating them and turning them around. Should probably like repeat it a couple of times so we have a little bit more. And again, randomize it a little bit. What a Command 6 shortcut has already got me a high press shortcut. Yeah, it's been a lifesaver. Actually, I have like all my buttons, like Command or Control plus a number, does something where that makes me like work super fast in Illustrator. And I just kind of noticed that a lot of people, you know, sometimes just don't see what I'm doing because I'm just using the shortcut. So I'm also kind of want to look into a way of letting, you know, showing on the screen what kind of buttons I use. But yeah, I'm not sure because sometimes it's just and like most of the plugins that I can see for that for Illustrator or for OBS, kind of like, I don't know, are kind of odd. You know, they just seem to not to do what I think they should do. All right, okay, kind of like this. Maybe just more like this. And then rotate. And then to the back. And then I think the other ones. Now, actually, not going to do it like this. I'm just going to outline these guys. So I'm just going to go color these in with. They already had the correct color actually. I'm just going to go. Also, a cool thing. I'm going to make this into compound path again by pressing Control Command 8, and then object path offset path will basically generate a stroke if you put the offset to plus something. So I'm just gonna go +5, and this is now created another shape behind the other one. So let's recolor this into this color, and we now kind of have like this outline color, but that's not entirely what I would like, because I want this thing to be this color. Wait. Okay. So we need to remove the stroke on this. And we need to remove the stroke on this guy as well. And now it adds up, I think. And okay, kind of looks okay, but I'm not sure that's what I'm looking for. Put it down to pixels, yeah, maybe. And just to test it out, what I'm gonna do is just add a stroke for now. So I'm grabbing a color of this and put it to the outside. Basically the same principle, but it's, I like to work when everything has like a other fill color. And I'm actually wanting to recolor this thing now, or at least do I kind of know what I'm going to do, I think. So I don't know if you guys knew this, but you can also add multiple strokes in Illustrator. So if you go to Window, Appearance, and just click on this one, I think. Yeah, a new stroke. And I'm just going to go with a fill color that is the darker one. And if we up that a little bit to 5. Now if we look at it, you cannot see the other stroke, so we have to put this one down. So select this thing first, because rule number 1 in Illustrator, you gotta select it to affect it. Remember that, guys. Most important one. Okay, now we... yeah. I think I just want to make it too big. Looking at it now. So I'm just gonna go delete both of these strokes here. And then something like this maybe, and then just go like this. And why is it... oh. What if we make the background so darker? And we make this color lighter. That's it. This is not it. I kind of want to go back to this. Adding circular gradient fanning out. Yeah, I think so too. Or at least do something. I'm gonna do something similar. I'm just gonna leave this thing for what it is, and then gonna make this guy invisible as well, so we can see the circle here, the middle of the circle or the center. The same technique that I just did before, so this, and then grab the center of the circle, and 5 degrees should be fine. So I'm going to copy this one, and then I'm going to go recolor this one to the other color that we haven't used yet, and I'm actually going to make sure that we have the color over there. Like this. All right. Maybe up the stroke a little bit. Now again, rotate it minus 15 degrees once. No, it should be 10, I think. Right? Yeah. So I just want to kind of keep it at the flat colors instead of a circular gradient, but that's just because... oh. I'm going to lock the background real quick. Oh, also a cool way to select these guys. So I'm going to select them, select same stroke color. And wait. Should grab one first, but and then I'm going to do the same thing with the beige ones. So select same stroke color, bam, and now we have got these guys grouped up, and we'll put them into the clipping group. See what that looks like. Kind of circusy, and that's because they have a darker background. So what I'm going to do is kind of match these, and then okay, the beige ones actually, oh no, these guys need to be red, then like this. Hello. Alright, looks a little bit better, and then they have the circular gradient still. Do you do digital art on Photoshop? Yeah. Make the circular gradient circuits. Reduce the thickness, probably. And like Jamie suggested, I think. What's up, Caleb? How are you doing? So I'm gonna just make this into a gradient. Make the thing radial. Make this one 0 opacity, but the color, this one. So now kind of like starts expanding like this. So we still have that fade, I guess. I'm good, man. I'm good. Thanks for asking. I need to take a quick water break. And then we grab our guy here. And now I'm thinking, if you want to do the recoloring trick, by the way, but you don't want to do it for the whole artwork, you can just go double click into a group. For example, this one. And I'm selecting all of the darker parts of this shape, and I'm going to make them like this. I would like that. Maybe if we do like an outline around him. So, so we'll just make a copy, flatten that one. This, and then this is kind of better, right? And now I kind of want to do this one differently. Where is it? The ring, the outside ring. I still had that one flattened out, right? Or did I just accidentally delete it? No, it's here. Maybe if you now make this one red. And the text black? Nah, too much red, right? Oh, also, need to make this one into an outline. And trim the under like side here off. And while I'm doing that, which one of these guys has a stroke? Anyways, I'm just gonna go like this. Wow, it's annoying. All right. Okay. Maybe light blur outline from the character. Yeah, I'm gonna soften this up in Photoshop later. And this guy has a stroke, and we need to remove that stroke because it's not nice. I think for where is the joint resistance thing? Okay. So this one has what? Just the outlines? Okay. So basically seeing what happens if we recolor it slightly, or do like an extra layer of strokes here. So like this, and then one more that's gonna be black. I kind of like that. But now we get to the part where I want to make it more futuristic. And I don't think this is futuristic enough. I think it looks a little bit like vintage, and that makes it look like kind of bad. So now I want to see if we can just recolor everything. And before we can do that, actually we need to outline these guys. So let's see what happens if we make this blue, for example. Okay. Cool. Hey Tom, just joined work. We'll keep the stream in the corner of my screen. All right. I think that's Lucas, right? Is it not? Or is it just? I think you are one of the students actually working on this, but I'm not sure. We worked on Story World. Anyways, let's see if we can get some like vibrant colors in this. Did we end up using this one? No, right? Alright. Yeah, someone suggested the stroke thing. There's like a menu. Oh wait, this isn't the stroke anymore. So I'll go and flatten this one. I'm gonna kind of experiment with this for a little bit because. Why not? Okay, so for some reason we cannot do. Okay, I'm gonna kind of leave it at this, I think. Oh, and then we have this part, which is still not because of the purple. I actually like it when it's dark black. Tom, what did you get for Christmas? What's up? Bing bang. I actually made a track. Oh yeah, now I remember. Sorry, confused a couple of people there. Sorry. Start with Elm Archive. What's up, bro? What did you get for Christmas? I got a pocket operator and I got the pocket operator for my birthday, and I got a record player, which is here. It's actually like a briefcase one. If you guys can see, there's still cables attached to it, so I'm almost bringing it to my desk now. Not always nice. Thanks, Lucas. And then Caleb was saying maybe too much, but you could also spiral back to sort of hypnotic subliminal message. Yeah, I kind of want to go away from this maybe, and still go with this guy. Oh, it's still a brown color. And then I'm just gonna make this pure dark, I think, because it's still. Yeah, like that. And then I'm gonna make a second one, but doing it the other way around. So kind of like this. Yeah, gives it a little bit more depth, I think. Kind of iffy on using the gradients so far, but I actually made spaghetti carbonara, Jack, like last week or something, and I was so there was something else going on, and otherwise because I was so tempted to film it. How's your day going so far? Pretty good. How about you? Do you have a beefy PC? I kind of have. I've actually have a setup video because I'm like super not good at like knowing my graphic cards and stuff like that. So, but there's actually, if you search for Dreadlabs setup, you can get a video and I can talk about my setup there. But yeah, it's a pretty nice computer. Cost me quite a few allowances. Wow. Let's see what happens if we turn this to another color. Oh, I hate this. I want a live preview. I kind of like this actually. But now okay, we're gonna go into this one, and I feel like we need 3 shades in this guy. So what I'm gonna do is select this part and just do something like this, and then just go around. And now we have a 3rd shade. which can make this. Wait, no, we're gonna keep it like at a random color for now. And then these guys are gonna make green. And then this guy, I can make this color. So now we have a little bit more depth, I guess. And then the QR code. And now I'm like kind of hesitant on this color, so I'm kind of like seeing if I can lean this a little bit more towards blue. And I kind of like this. What about you guys? Oh, no worries. Don't feel bad about like not having watched all my videos. It's like over 200 videos so far or something. Use a D's filter on this artwork. Nice try. Circuit lines are dope. Another background to consider: thick and thin geometric line work, like what Neo. Let me just search that up real quick. Oh, that's pretty cool. Yeah, that's actually quite cool, to be honest with you. It would work pretty well, I guess. So actually what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna go and get rid of these guys, and also of the shadow here in the, I'm gonna leave it in for now, but we are going to grab a Dreadlabs package here. Wow. Oh no, this is not out yet, sorry. But Dread Shapes Volume 3 is. And here we kind of have some shapes like that. For example, this one. It's kind of like inspired by Gundam. And I think if we just grab this color and then do outlines, put it into the clipping group, and thicken it up a little bit. And then maybe grab another one. And close the circuit board. And I'm gonna go and give this fill color, and then put it in like this. And actually, for this artwork, I have the perfect package, which I'm gonna use in Photoshop in a sec. Do you use the script function? Do you recommend any? The only script that I use is Metaball function, actually, if you've heard of that. How many hours a day do you recommend completely going to put into learning these programs? It depends on what you would want to do with it, really. You know, if you want to become a full-on designer as a job, I would say spend at least 2-3 hours a day doing it. Also depends on like what your life looks like, of course, but that's what I kind of like design between 3 to 4 hours a day, and now, yeah, well, now I do it full time, of course, but if it's just a hobby, I wouldn't put too much pressure on it. Let's see what happens if we cross these. Okay, what do you guys like? If we let these cross, or if we, you know, so this version or this version? Let me know. Metaverse, probably nothing. First one, okay. Then I'm going to straight up copy this to Illustrator, I think, to Photoshop, I think. Yeah, so I'm just gonna make this invisible. I'm gonna group them in. So okay, we have William, our friend with the QR code. Then we can delete these guys for now. And then we have the intersection. And the text and the outlines of that. So yeah, I'm gonna go select these and go to asset export. And this is all fine, to be honest. Just gonna go. And dump them in here. And then in Photoshop, you can go make a new file. From memory, I think the sizes of these are, I don't know, 95 by 95 millimeters or something like that. That's a lot of millimeters. And I'm just gonna make these a little bit bigger. Who cares? All right. And now I'm just going to drop the files in. And it's so nice that they all automatically scale like this. What is the QR link to? Also, what frick is your Windows to lighten? Is there a light in a dark mode? Or are you just pranking me again? Anyways, the link QR code actually leads to the story world of Dreadlabs, the comic book that the students made for this project, which is actually really cool. So if you guys haven't already, I should highly suggest scan the QR code or check out the link in the description and get reading after the live stream. Alright, so what I wanted to do is, there is this package by Negentropy Designs. It's also available on the Dreadlabs web store. Where is it? It's called Layers of the Wired, and it contains like super cool digital overlays. One that I'm going to show you right now. So this is what the images look like. Super cool. And just for this, I'm going to put the blend mode to, I think, lighten. Overlay is actually fine. Just give some depth. And I'm going to do the same with some other files. So this one I'm going to drag in and put over this one. I'm just going to put this to lighten, and then actually going to do that for both of these guys, so I'm going to group them together and clip them onto there. And then for the final one, I think this is a nice one. I'm not sure if this will ruin the QR code, but I'm just going to go check real quick. I don't think this will ruin it, right? Because I can still have my QR code scanned with a broken screen. Yeah, it does still. Nice. Oh, you're using the asset package right now? Nice. Oh yeah, you can, but it's actually fine like this, I guess. And what I kind of want to do is... let's just group this and see what it looks like on a sticker or something. Let's see. I'm gonna look real quick if I can find the sticker. So for the people that weren't in the beginning of the chat, or in the beginning of the live stream, do you guys have any goals for the coming year? Let me know. So I don't have any perfect round stickers, but my buddies from Black Market actually do. So let me just grab one of those. Where is it? Nice. This was supposed to be printed, but you know, due to COVID and this thing not being a live event anymore, we're just gonna go make it digitally. the color on this. Start a new business. What are they gonna sell? Pasta? Getting permanent contract soon where I work, make a poster shop. Nice. Start making drum and bass music. Nice. Always nice to have someone, you know, start a music career. Alright, this looks pretty okay. So I'm just gonna make these, group them and call them shadows, highlights. And for this I'm just gonna distort the crap out of it. Displacement maps, paper map. And alright, so this is the sticker. Not 100% satisfied with it, to be quite frank with you. I would like to work on it some more, but we are already an hour and 15 minutes in, and I want to get started on a Rave flyer because that's the second part of the live stream. We are actually going to build a Rave flyer, also based on the Dreadlabs comic book. If you want to read this, again, link is in the description, or you can scan the QR code on the screen if it's big enough. Yeah, just gonna make a Rave flyer for that, and I don't know, let's just get started, I guess. So this Rave will be on the planet Contra, which is the main planet that the Dreadlabs story world takes place in. Clothing brands are hard to start out with. Anyways, so I'm just gonna go type out some like details of the flyer real quick, so we can just grab those. So the location is actually I want to get you guys involved. So what we have here is we have the planet Contra. The world is basically a desolate, like desert wasteland where like poison gas roams, if you haven't seen the story world yet. But people hail in big, large cities called citadels, and in these citadels there are like the human life is like kind of like crappy, I guess, and people basically only want to have when held raves. So these raves are being held in abandoned warehouses and giant buildings. So we need a name for one of these buildings, you know, like an address or something, or you know, like the former slaughterhouse, or I don't know, you know. See if you guys are creative enough to make up some cool futuristic name that we can use for that. All this is set to take place in the Andromeda system, by the way. Contra. Hey, from Brazil, dystopia for sure. Or let's see. What's your advice with starting with live streams? Any tips for tools and software? And why are you live streaming on YouTube and not Fabi Hans or Twitch? So I would say use OBS because it's super easy and free. And the reason why I'm doing it is because I did it because my YouTube channel basically has way more reach than on Twitch. I think I only have a couple of hundred followers on Twitch, and yeah, on YouTube over 40,000. So yeah, I see that people are more likely to tune in here than on Twitch, I guess, because not everyone comes from my Instagram stories or whatever. Trans Control Center, that sounds really cool. Do we call it center like this? Twitch sucks, honestly. Yeah, it's kind of hard. I don't know. I kind of always feel old when using Twitch because I have no clue what all of these like terms mean. I don't know what a sub is, what a nightbot does, what any bots do in the chat on Twitch, and how to do these notifications and stuff like that. You know, it's all. I feel like a grandpa at that point. I don't know why, but yeah. Let's see. Oh, what's actually kind of fun is if we have something that's called command control. And because we are designers, and I'm always saying command if you're on a Mac and control if you're on a Windows. You gain almost 1,000 YouTube subs from uploading my Twitch clips on here. Let's see. Then we need a lineup, and I'm not gonna talk too much about it, but the headliner of this party will be called Exoterra. Okay, I'm just gonna spoil it. I'm doing a music project with a friend of mine, and it's going to be called Exoterra, and it will be like super hard techno. So really excited to share more about that. You heard it here first. For YouTube, I think you can just start to start live streaming, right? I'm not sure if you need 1,000 subs, but I think the first time I did live stream was actually when I already had 1,000 subs, but I'm not sure. So we need artist names. Backslash, is that an artist name? Which camera do you use? I use the Canon EOS M500. No, it's in my setup video. All right, so I think this will do for now. The first thing I want to do is grab a cool font that you can grab on the Dreadlabs web shop. It's called Zixrock, or so. I kind of like this one because it's like super blocky, and I want to do like a kind of like a blocky divider thing. Ooh, there goes the comic book file. Can I close the project here? Yeah. All right. So I'm going to create outlines. So these are kind of like geometrical, and how I mainly use these to work with these is just I make a square and make it red, and I keep everything in the same color, so just black for now. And I'm going to make sure that all of these spacings here are kind of like the same. So make sure that this aligns as well, and then I'm going to put one more square here so that this aligns with this guy here. And just so I keep everything in the same like proportions, I guess. And it works for me. And now that I look at it, I of course want to scale these up. This. So another easy way to align these guys is just grab a rectangle tool and just, you know, with these smart guides, have it align with like the letter that you want to align it with. So for example, like this, just make a square and then align it with like this one, and you can delete this one and do the same with these guys. Oh. Like that. If you want to release a cassette tape, a music project container, we can make it happen. I really want to do vinyl records. So if you also do those, let me know and hit me up. Okay, so I'm just gonna go and make this into a content square thing. I'm just gonna go and maybe swap with 3 or something, so we can put in something here. And a cool thing that I would like to do is create a control center. I'm gonna go enter in a glyph So I'm gonna go to window, type, glyph, and do this circle thingy. And then go, what was it called again? Planet Andromeda. So I'm gonna go call this Citadel. Anyone cool code? So for example, D4L22. I don't know. That's because Dreadlabs 4, I don't know why, and then 22 because it's 2022, and then Planet Andromeda, and then trans. Oh wait, that's already there. Planet Andromeda. It's Planet Contra, and then it's Planet. And then it's the Andromeda system. Alright, so now we have the full undisclosed location, which we can also use. So what we're going to do now again is grab these guys and duplicate them so that they will match here. Alright, add the word metaverse, please. That's a big location. Let's see, what kind of cool other fonts we have. If we make this into Briller, it's gonna end. It's not even big enough for the flyer. Let's see. Grab my Adobe fonts. I really like this one, Anton regular. And just go all caps, of course, because always of caps, all caps. Create outlines, and I'm gonna align this with the rest again. All right. So I want to kind of tease a new pack, and now looking at this is a CMYK mode file, and I don't want that. This should be RGB. Okay, I am going to open Dread Shapes Volume 4, guys. Wow, unreleased package. Will be released next week. Don't worry. I'm gonna grab this guy. Oh, this is actually the social assets. Anyways, shapes are the same. Oh wait, no, actually I want to do something else that I've been wanting to do for a while. No, I'm actually going to save that for a video. Okay, I'm going to go grab this one, because it kind of looks like a ghoulish head or something like that. Add some crypto address as well. Let's see. Bam. Okay. And I kind of wanted to, I don't know, what's better, this one or this? Open Dread Shapes 2 as well, because that contains a smiley face, and you can never make a Rave. This is a very important design one. You can never do anything Rave related without a smiley face. So if you ever release something that's supposed to be Rave Flyer and it doesn't have a smiley face, consider yourself fired by Dreadlabs, even if you don't work for me. I'm not sure what I'm saying. All right. What do you guys think? Instead of PayPal, they use crypto. Have you guys seen the South Park thing? The post-COVID thing? When is the next episode of the podcast? Ooh, let me send you a message about that after the live stream, because I have some updates on that actually, like some proper updates. All right, so I'm just gonna go and grab a rectangle, put one in the corner here. Nobody puts rectangle in the corner. and do one on the other side as well. And I'm going to group these guys up and put them in the center of the rectangle. So, oh yeah, we need the lineup still. And I kind of want to do... Okay, guys, we need some more... how do you call them? We need some more lineup people, artists. That's the word I'm searching for. This is too much of a display typeface, but it's pretty cool regardless. Maybe you can use the unified typeface. Ooh, no, I know the one. I think. Ooh, maybe I know the other one. I think this is too much, right? Is it? Yeah. I think Nounish is the way to go. Maybe outline them. Alright guys, drop some artist suggestions for this fake flyer on the planet Contra. And in the meantime, we also need to figure out what we're going to fill this in with. I am also going to copy this one to the center. And just by doing this. Wow, really? Cool, thanks. And then grab this one as well. It's already aligned. Okay. Meta. And I see 4 stripes. I don't. Is it Ely, Leel, 4 I's or 4 L's? I don't know. It's actually with a meat space, Jack. It's the Dreadlabs meat space. It contains all your carbonara, spaghetti, meaty needs. So, pretty excited about that. Probably nothing though, but you know. It's been a while since I did like an old school flyer thing. I used to do these like twice a week or something. Maybe like twice a day more, but fill this with white as well. And now we're going to distort the grid a little bit. Oh, that's the wrong guy. Let's lock him up. How can we log this? Right, like this. How about a small challenge? Oh, 4 times I. So meta. All right. How about a small challenge? I want to host a design contest soon. But there's just so much going on in the background of Dreadlabs at the moment that I can just. There's sadly not enough time for me to actually host it because there's a lot of exciting stuff going on, but. Once it's all settled, I can actually do. I'm gonna do live stream. I'm gonna do live stream contests, and I'm gonna do more design challenges where you can win asset packs and stuff like that. I'm not sure, it might be you who suggested it in the past stream, but someone suggested doing a live stream challenge where we in live stream where I would like make a sample pack or asset pack, and then everyone who would like join in on the live stream had like an hour or two to make something with that asset, and then I would just pick a winner and, you know, give out the whole pack. So I'm probably planning on doing that in the future still, but yeah, for now, sorry, a little bit too much going on, sadly. Or, well, it's good that I have too much going. There are good things, but, you know, wish I could do everything all at once. And in about a minute, I'm actually going to go to the bathroom real quick because I am sitting here for an hour and a half and I still haven't gone to the bathroom yet, so sorry about that. Oh, it's your first time here? Nice, welcome to the channel. But yeah, more challenges are coming, sorry. I'm going to run to the bathroom real quick, and in the meantime, I would love to see some potential names on this lineup for this flyer. Let me know. Alright, I'm back. No, the lives will be able to. You can just watch them back if you aren't able to watch the live stream. Are there tips for someone getting into graphic design? Is it necessary for me to learn logo design? Well, it depends. Like, if you want to learn, if you're talking about logo design, like typeface design, it's definitely nice to know. But there are a lot of designers who don't know how to design type, me included. I'm not the best at typefaces. So I would definitely recommend learning Illustrator in general, but you know, logo design is, in my opinion, specialty. Sorry. How tall am I? I'm just 1 meter and 80 centimeters or something. Madman X, and we had Meta 4. Earlier discover you. Have you had design shifts? Oh no, don't worry about your English. It's fine. I studied communication and multimedia design, but everything I teach on this channel I learned myself. And then also we had MetaMonk. Oh no, we have 2 metas. So I'm going to keep it at Future Funk. Outline all of these guys, and just making sure that they all are scaled down. So what are you guys doing in the weekend? What's on the plan for the weekend? Oh, wrong one. I'm trying to find the right fonts. I have a couple of videos on my channel actually where I talk about some nice fonts, font websites actually, where you can find cool fonts, because I had a lot of trouble finding, you know, the right fonts as well, because they tend to, you know, you have all these like super businessy fonts, I guess. And there are a lot of cool typeface foundries out there. So now I'm just gonna make these into half what I had before, and that's just so that otherwise the text is like super close to each other. So Future Funk is like big enough to go in one line here, and then Madman X is also maybe if we make them a little bit smaller. I want to have like more on one row, I guess. I'm just gonna select all of them again, outline them here to here, and I'm just gonna go and make them the same size as the squares. Then outline this guy up here. Those websites, Typelab is one of the best ones. Right, I have to go work. Yeah, I'll send you a message, Jack. See you later, man. Hologram is a very nice one as well. Velveteen is a free one, which is really nice. I don't know I don't know them all of the top of my head. Bureau Destruct. I'm not sure. I think it's German. Bureau, but it's a really nice one as well. All right. Taking my sweet time with this. Jesus. Tom, hurry up. All right. No. Okay. Alright, I think... Oh, we still have backslash. Nice. Alright, so we need some like filler stuff for this. Future fonts, it's also a pretty cool idea, but it's a bit too saturated in my opinion. There's a bit too much there, but it's really, regardless, it has some very cool fonts. All right. I'll grab this one. Oh, wrong shape spec. Wow, where am I working? Oh, here. What are you guys' favorite fonts? Kind of curious about that. Mine is at the moment it's probably like Bastiller, but mine keeps changing every now and then. You guys are probably the same. Monument Extended, it's also a nice one, yeah. Fun discussions. Okay guys, we need a short artist name still. Maybe my old alias was Ento. Sure, why not? Alright. And with aligning this, the lineup should be finished, or at least this block. Yeah. Okay. So now we need something to fill out this one, and that one. And here I just want to have like this kind of like disclaimer thing or something, you know, about the gas. And I actually already wrote it at some point, so let me just see if I can find that. Where was it? Having trouble choosing a clothing branding. How you came up with Dreadlabs? So the word dread is not like some people think about dreadlocks. It's actually about the intense fear of intense anxiety, the feeling of dread, and labs. And basically this comes from me feeling like depressed and not knowing what I should do in the rest of my life. And I want to explore this darker arts part of what I really liked in terms of music, design and clothing. And using this art I wanted to explore what I really wanted in life. So that's where the labs part of Dreadlabs comes from. I think I have like an explanation video on my 30,000 subscriber Q&A. Let's see. Okay, I think I have him. Oh yeah. So this is a cloud tears warning sign, which I'm going to use as well. And I have the cloud tears icon. I just need to fix this real quick. Or actually, no, I'm just going to keep it at that. So to save some time. What I do want to do is outline everything. Corner. So now I know the size. All right. Does anyone have a good question for me to ask you guys? What should I know about you, or what is something that we can discuss other than fonts? Let me know. So kind of looking into what I want to do for this and this and this square. I think this one I can fill in with something from Dread Shapes 3 because I really liked where that one thing went, like in the background here. So I'm gonna maybe play around with that some more. So I'm gonna grab just a couple ones. Oh. So I'm gonna grab these guys. Maybe this one, and this one. Maybe not this one. And I think we should be fine with those. I'm gonna save this up real quick because otherwise I'm gonna lose it at some point. You should already know. Let's see. So we'll align this all to the front. And let's see. What's your top 5 music genres? That's a good question. That's actually a really good question. Yeah, thanks, Felix. Who's your biggest artistic inspiration? Nice. Good questions, guys. My biggest inspiration is probably Don Glover, aka Childish Gambino, just for the sole reason of him being such a multi-talented guy that I really look up to. Just, you know, he literally makes me believe that you don't need to have one profession, if that makes sense. So that's one thing that I find really important. That's a really important lesson that I take away from looking at him. So at the moment, my top 5 genres are. I used to listen to a lot of trap music, but I don't really do it anymore. But I listen to a lot of techno right now, and I don't know. I guess some like chill pop kind of music. Not really like a name. Okay, maybe this is a little bit too much. So what if we put these guys to the side? Make this guy a little bit smaller. But yeah, hope that answered your question. But my top 5 music genres, that's a hard question. I listen to a lot of different music. Do you need college to be a designer? I don't think so, but it definitely helps. And not in the terms, they don't teach you how to design, but they teach you a lot of important thing about business and fundamentals that you need to know or at least have heard of to become a professional person, if that makes sense. So yeah, that's what I think is important that you learn at school. Lorne, Sudden Death, Branded Sacrifice. I know Lorne and Sudden Death. Those are quite different, right? Now that you asked me this question, I completely forget what I've been listening to all this time. So let me just open up my Spotify. I know I've been listening to a lot of King Gizzard and the Lizard Wizard. Wow. Some techno from Raito, Fiak, and Nico Moreno, if you know those guys. Let's see, what else? Some instrumentals from MF Doom, Bonobo. I've been listening to a lot of Bonobo lately. What else? Ooh, Dragon Force. I've been actually listening to Dragon Force a lot. San Holo. Oh yeah, I also listen to a lot of San Holo. Hello, Gabi. My girlfriend's in the chat right now. Everyone say hi, Gabi. Also, one of my favorite songs at the moment is actually one that I found out thanks to two students of mine that I've been working with on this project, actually, on this very project here. And that's called Chief Keef by... It's not the artist Chief Keef, but the song is called Chief Keef by Hiba. Hiba. So it's like a French indie pop band, and they basically do like this song, and at the end they sing in the tempo of "Don't Like" by Chief Keef, which is really cool. So shout out to Niels and Lucas for actually like letting me listen to that, because it's been on repeat for a long time now. What's up, Sebastian, I think. From your last name, I think your name is French, or at least Belgian or something. Alright, so Andromeda Rave. Kleinkunstler. Yeah, I love Kleinkunstler. If I pronounce that correctly. I've been to Awakenings in last October. Actually, we were fortunate enough to have Amsterdam Dance Event continue, and we were at Charlotte de Witte and Amélie Lens, which was also really nice. They go hard, but you know, like Nico Moreno and Kleinkunstler and KRTM, they go hard. Oh, you've been watching for 2 hours? Wow. Belgium from the beginning. Oh yeah, I remember. I think I'm answering. I thought you said hi because you entered the stream, but you said hi to Gabi. Sorry. I'm an idiot sometimes. I actually like this shape here. Nice. So lens a couple of times from Belgium. Nice. And she was in my city like not a long time ago, but I ended up not going, and a friend of mine went. Kind of you know, regretted it eventually, but going to Verknipt, I don't know if you know, it's a Dutch techno festival this summer, so if any of you guys are there, let's meet up. I've never been to Berghain, sadly not. I wish to go there one day. And I know Green Velvet, yeah. DJ Assault, I don't know. I used to listen to Green Velvet's Rub It Up a lot. I think it's Walker and Royce. Horstfest? Is it in Belgium? I feel like all the techno people are now like waking up and joining like the conversation all of a sudden. Nice. What am I doing with this? I don't need this. Okay, so maybe like some pixely bars, or maybe like some gradient stuff. Maybe we'll do some gradient stuff here. Then I need one more like thing here at the bottom. Not sure what it should be. Also, guys, gotta be honest. No, actually no. Greenhouse Flash, nice. Where did you study design? I studied communications and multimedia design in the Netherlands. Favorite tech artist for me by far? Richter, yeah, I love Richter. I don't know Cost, I think. I think it's like called Richter because of like the scale of Richter, right? From the earthquakes. At least that was my theory, but if COVID ever like ends or kind of ends, I would love to like go to like a techno party and have like a Dreadlabs meetup thing going. Would be so cool. I think I'm gonna do like a graph thing. So this is how I usually make graphs. Cloud. I think mine is Nico Moreno. If you can even still call that techno. gonna do a meetup. Don't make it 18 plus. Don't make the party 18 plus. I'm not sure if it's still the same, but I used to go, like, I used to live pretty close to the Belgian border, and a lot of parties are actually like 16 plus in Belgium, right? Like a lot of festivals and stuff like that. That's why like everyone in where I came from usually went to like Belgian festivals before you turned 18, at least. What's going on? Oh. And then we're all gonna start talking design at a techno party, right? I need more of this. It needs to be a little bit smaller. And then the stroke thickness should be way thinner. Something like this, and then we can just make this invisible for now. Yeah, this should be fine. And I'm just gonna go grab one more of these. No, actually fine. And I'm gonna go copy it over to the other side. I only went to one because Corona. We were a festival. Ooh, wow. So I've always been going to very different festivals. I only been to like one actual proper techno party, and that's because I used to listen to a lot of different music when I was younger. For example, I used to listen to EDM, and then trap, hip hop. So it always has been like kind of like a different thing. Let's see. Let's align it real quick, and now we just make these sized so that it matches with the lines here. So I'm gonna go to the appearance panel. Uh, 6.5 maybe? 6.4. Oh wait, 6? 5.5 then? 5.6. Nice. Alright. Greatest achievement in techno world is just entering the fuse. How do you get started with design ideas and how do you stay influenced? I basically do a lot of research. I have a lot of books. I have a lot of Pinterest boards with different styles and I don't know, things that I find interesting. And then yeah, also like graphic design is one of my interests, but what I mainly like is actually the scenes, I guess, and you know, like the punk scene, and what does graphic design do for the punk scene, you know, if that makes sense. So I just try to discover, for example, a lot of punk flyers, or I try to discover I don't know, Yu-Gi-Oh cards or whatever, you know, like the design behind Yu-Gi-Oh cards. I like that a lot more than, you know, what makes a logo stand out. I also like that, but you know, that's where my main inspiration comes from, and that's how I try to stay like inspired. For example, I really like Gundam, so I search on a lot of Gundams and I buy my own Gunpla kits, and then I just look at the box and look at that design and stuff like that. So that interests me a lot. What's up, Anna Creative? Thank you so much, man. Or woman, I'm not sure. Thank you so much. Alright, so I'm gonna fill these up with a custom thing. So now we just go and do the same recolor strat that we had in this since the beginning. Make all the reds invisible. And we have Rave Flyer. So now we go to print 8.3. Maybe I'm going to print this. I'm not sure yet. Would you guys be interested in a print of this? Let me know in the chat. Let me know. Where did I put the file? Oh wow, we've been going for 2 hours already. Damn. So yeah, we've been 2 hours in. For the people that haven't tuned in since the very beginning of the video, all of the stuff that I've been making is based around the Dreadlabs story world. And if you want to know more about that and read the comic book, because there's actually a Dreadlabs comic book now, check the link in the description. Ooh, I actually know what I want to put in here now that I think about it. I don't know why I thought of that before, but we actually have a QR code that comes with the story world. So nice work, Tom. So okay, now we have the QR code. And I can just shrink this guy in because, you know, ungroup all of the red squares for a sec. So this QR code actually works, guys, if you haven't seen it yet. Yeah, like as a print for decoration. Might be cool, right? Actually gonna remove the stroke here for a second. Alright, and then we can just scale this back once we have the squares spaced out properly, like this. And what I'm actually going to do is I'm going to group this. Oh. And we are back. Let's go to Photoshop again. And we'll drop this guy into Photoshop now. Nice. All right. Just finished your class. What's up, Kush? What was your class about? quick selection of these guys because I want to do like something inside of here. I'm not sure yet. But I'm gonna just make some guides based on these selections, just so you know. 11th grade math. Did you build your website by your own? Yeah, I did. Well, yeah, I can code, but I'm not the best at coding. But it's just with WordPress and WooCommerce. But oh man, forgot the word shift. Ooh. Right, so now go to view. What? Normally this works. Oh, is it because of the locked layer? Okay, wow. Thanks, then I'm just gonna make an actual shape. Okay, so now I have these shapes and now I can just make some images with selections because I have some raindrop textures that I want to use actually. See if I can still have them, if I still have them on my computer. I think so. Yeah. And now I can just easily make a mask selection out of these. Like that. Alright, so we now have some like bubbles going on, kind of like this. And now, what's up, Adam? Thank you so much. Glad you made it. Are you proud of what Dreadlabs has become, and did you ever think it would get so far? No. Yeah, yes, I am proud, but no, I had no idea that it would get so far. I don't know if you've seen the New Year's video, but the actual amount of subscribers I thought I was going to get in the first year of Dreadlabs was 100, and last year we ended up with 6,000, and now we have 44,000, which is insane. And I was talking to my friend the other day, and he remembers he knows me from back in the day when I was still like a music producer instead of like doing design as a creative profession thing. And he was like, I don't mean to be rude here, but I had no clue that this was gonna get this big. And I was like, I know, right? I didn't either. So yeah, it's safe to say that no one could have predicted how big this would go, and yeah, it's been crazy. And I have so many cool plans, and like I remember when I did this, I kind of had some idea of like, okay, I know I want this to become big, but obviously, you know, you never really you have big plans for stuff, and then you end up, you know, never really achieving those and stuff. But I knew with Dreadlabs that I wanted to do a lot, and I did a lot of preparation before actually ending up going live and stuff like that. Oh, that should be 120 or something. And then COVID hit, so, and I was like, now it's now or never, and I'm actually like super glad that I ended up doing it, because, you know, you can see where we are right now. Thought it would be cool, you know, like have that kind of like, yeah, difference between colors a little bit. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. And I'm just really glad that that you guys are here along the ride, because I have so much cool stuff planned. And not only, you know, I'm not sure how big Dreadlabs ever will become, but I would love to meet all of you in person and talk about what your dreams are in the creative industry, and see if we can make it happen. And you know, because that would be really cool, of course, obviously. Now that I look at it, I want to change something up real quick, and that is oh wait, these borders aren't the same width, I think. Are they? Wait, they are? Oh wait, is the grid thing, that's another width, so I'm just gonna go and even this out like this. So I'm just gonna go and reload the footage here. Oh, never mind, it was my own fault. Cool. Alright, so kind of like where this is going. For now, I'm just gonna go and blur this out a little bit more. I want to experiment a little bit. So I'm just going to grab the colors of the gradient map as a front and a back color. So I have them saved up somewhere. Oh, really? I just did it in the mask. So it's convenient that you can skip these things in post-production when you do like tutorials. Could be printed on a tee. Yeah, that would be cool. And also, you know, looking at, I would definitely be interested in seeing if we can do like some kind of like super toxic looking tie-dye, you know, like with just the two greens. But that's something for another day, I guess. Yes, this is fine. And then we make this darker. It's also pretty cool, this. So the Gaussian blur will make this a little bit bigger, maybe like 10. So it's nice to experiment with. Ooh, whoa! What this? Whoa, this is pretty cool. Gonna make a little bit of a screen cap of that so I don't forget. Alright. And this is why I experiment with blend mode, kids. Sorry, I called you kids. You're not kids, you're adults, I think. At least you should be treated like adults, right? I don't know what I'm saying. Actually, I get rid of this and I just duplicate the original Rave flyer over. And why is it not aligned? So this is one thing that I always wanted to do, and that is wait, I'm just gonna go and remove the fill and do that subtle like drop shadow thing that everyone, sorry, outer glow thing that everyone seems to do. And there's only one glow / blur master, and that's Tego Gratos. I think I pronounced that correctly. He is the best at this kind of stuff. I don't know what he does, but he does it perfectly. Like, yeah, you should look at him up. It's called Tego. He's called Tego Gratos. I think he's a French designer, and everything he does is just. We do the inner glow. Oh wait, this makes a lot of sense. Do the inner glow in another blend mode or in another layer above the gradient map. Little bit of a box blur on it, just 1 pixel should be good. And right, soften it up a little bit. Oh yeah, and if you look for glow in his designs, it's barely fun. Yeah, I think I know what he does, but it's not. I'm not 100% sure. I think he does like a super. I think he does like some multiply stuff with his glowing his shapes, but and then he has like the perfect grain as well. It's just. Mwah. It's only way I can describe it. Anyways, I'm just gonna go and group all of these. Alternative 1, and we'll call this flyer design. And now it's time for texturing. If I release this as a poster, I'm gonna probably release it at this, maybe with some grain or some noise, but you know, the actual poster and paper textures, if I'm gonna apply them on this, I'm not sure yet. I'm obviously not gonna do, but we'll see. He masters his art, that's true. So we go to filter gallery and see if we can do something fun with the grain. Oh wait, it's one of those things. Should probably do this first, and it's because of the clouds layer. Anyways, oh wait, we need get rid of the glass, and that's a subtle, nice-looking grain. Let's see what else we got. I like this as well, but then it should be like. Ooh. Then we just do another one, and we do that. Wait, I just want to go see a little bit further what else we have. What speckles? I don't see any speckles. Okay, this one was clumped, I think. Yeah. And then we add another grain, and we do like a regular one. I think, or soft one. Let's do soft. And then for the darker parts here, I'm just gonna do a manual one with the Dreadlabs action packs, noise texture, and I'm just gonna go put that to screen and make it like darker, or sorry, lighter. So no, darker. I was right the first time. And just gonna go and like this. And now we have some nice grain on the black parts as well. Let's put it to 35, should be fine then. Yep. Alright, I like this. And now, looking back at this one, I probably should have used this guy in the flyer as well. Like, do something like this. Like, filter, pixelate, mosaic. Oh my god, this looks so cool. Why did I only find this out now? Like literally at the end of the stream. And don't say it looks like CryptoPunk just because it's pixel art, please. Please guys. What? Oh. Chill, chill. Try on my own. Just gonna cancel. Oh wait, delete this thing between his legs as well. And copy this over. Maybe I can just plop it in somewhere still. NFT coming soon. Let's just not do this. What is going on? Where's the water thing? Oh wait. I kind of like this, you know, like we have multiple Williams in the poster now. Alright, nice, nice, looking good, looking good. And that's finished, I guess, right? Let's save this up real quick before we actually end up losing all of our progress. And this is the sticker. Not too happy with this one, but you know, that happens sometimes when you do a graphic design stream. Sticker. And I'm just going to go and create a smart object out of this. Save this up. Oh. Save this up as well. Now I'm going to make a smart object out of it. And we'll just plop the sticker on there somewhere. A little bit of drop shadow. I don't know where. Maybe somewhere like here. Yeah, it looks more like a patch, right? And I think that's because we just limited ourselves on the colors, but you know. Anyways, this is what we ended up with in the past 2.5 hours. Wow, it's quite long. I think I'm gonna have dinner soon. Anyways, I want to thank you guys so much for tuning in today. Again, this stream was made possible by the students of Fontis ACE, the transmedia minor. They made a super sick comic book for Dreadlabs. If you want to read about it, link is in the description. It would also really help them out if you would fill out the survey. So yeah, if you want to help these guys out, shout out to them. Thank you so much. If you want to get the project file for these, by the way, you can get them on my Patreon. Link for that is also in the description, I suppose. So if you do not know, if you want to become a patron of mine, you get access to all of the project files from all of my tutorials and my live streams. So that's a ton of PSD files. I think we are at over 60 PSD files. A lot of Illustrator files, Cinema 4D files, After Effects files. Just everything, and you can experiment with it and learn from it as well. And besides that, you also get a 15% discount in my asset web store and an exclusive Discord role on the Dreadlabs Discord server. And if you go one tier up, you'll also get access to the full episodes of me starting a clothing brand from scratch. So if that's something you're interested in and you want to follow along and you want to get the full episodes of that, go one tier up for the Dreadlabs Insiders tier. Sorry, that's the inner core tier. My bad. So yeah, that's pretty much everything so far, I guess. Yeah, I just want to thank you guys so much for tuning in. And if you want to become a patron, link in the description. Read the comic book, link in the description. If you have any suggestions for cool videos, whatever, send me a message on Instagram and or on Discord for that matter. And let's talk creativity. I'm always down for it. And with all of that being said, I want to thank you guys so much for watching and tuning in. And hopefully see you in the next live stream or video. This was Tom from Dreadlabs tuning out. Bye bye.